are you?
What's up? I'm good. Finally, we are here. So if you can just start off by explaining who you are and what your business is.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Tiffany Barnes. I am born and raised Baltimore, Maryland. I'm a city girl. I started a t-shirt line back in 2020. And it's so interesting because the t-shirt line turned into something different. In 2020, I lost my dad, who was a vital part to our family. You know, when that link is missing, things are just not the same. This t-shirt line, Kingdom Connections, right? The vision came to me in 2020. I think the pandemic gave a lot of people some time to sit down, kind of think about what they could put their hands to and what they were creative, to do. I would say in November of 2020, I was sitting in my room and God spoke to me so clearly and said, I want you to bring business owners together to display their gifts and talents. And I was like, well, how am I going to do that? Where do I start out doing this? What am I supposed to do? So I gathered some vendors. I launched my first business networking event in March of 2021, and I've been going thus far.
You do events where vendors come and just network and mingle with each other, basically.
Yes,
right?
And actually sell their products, ranging from all different kinds of things: foods, books, bracelets, arts and it all depends. It varies. I had a event this past Saturday. I had people that make their own body butters and body scrubs. I had authors. I had sweet vendors. I had a food vendor. I had a marketing strategist vendor. So it all depends on what their business is. So we collectively come together. We support each other. People come in, they shop, network, mingle, buy things, and that's what it's really about.
How often do you do that?
Funny, because I only do 2 a year. But for some reason, for October, I'm giving another one. I just felt like I was graced to do another one in October. And other people was like, you got it in, you do another one. And I was like, look, y'all only know I do 2 a year.
So what's the average number of vendors that you typically get?
Oh, I started out with 12 when I first started. But now I'm up to 21. So that's increased.
Wow, that's
between 21 and 22. Yes. God has literally changed my life around. What I'm doing now is free of charge. Listen, I'm helping people who want to learn how to start doing this, that have a vision for it, helping them to get vendors to be a part of their events, and just giving them tips and tools on how to do things. You don't have to do it how I do it,
right?
But I at least want to show you and connect you with people, that can help to expand the vision. Because guess what? Without the vendors, you can't do the vision.
How are you doing these teachings? Virtual, in person?
Well, it's funny. I made myself available to people, for people to reach out to me. Sometimes they DM me, ask me questions. Sometimes they call me. But I think in maybe September, October, I'm going to do a Zoom and just kind of gather people. Once I get this email list together, find out who wants to be a part of it. We're just going to do a one-time Zoom so I can give people some information on, tips and strategies on how to do. Really, people used to say to me, oh, you're going to be a minister, and I thought that I was just going to be behind this pulpit girl living this different kind of lifestyle. And listen, God literally shifted my whole life. I thought it was going to be something else, but really it was something different. It's still like doing ministry to a degree, but this is what I tell people. Kingdom Connections is not a religious gathering. This is a gathering of people to come together, right? To network and to have that opportunity to meet other people. Watching Def Comedy Jam, right? It was an anniversary. And Russell Simmons, literally this thing blew my mind. From Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, all of these different comedians, right? They all had one opportunity that changed their lives. So you just don't know who you're going to meet in these places, right? That can literally give you an opportunity that can change your life. This is why I do these events.
But have you ever felt like you wanted to quit though? When you only had 12 people, have you ever felt that way?
Listen, even this year, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. Do I want to do it? So it's for some reason, I'll wake up and I'll get that drive. Right. But I know that these events are literally a stepping stone for where God has taken me with this business.
Staying consistent. Give us some tips on that, because I know that that's important. And how did you stay consistent? Do you stay consistent? What is that like with you in your event planning?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a procrastinator. I ain't even gonna sit on here and lie. I'm a procrastinator. Okay. I have my moments of procrastination. When I know that I have an event planned and coming up, what I try to do is I have a strategy on how I do this. The procrastination side can come in because I'm going to be honest with you. I could probably be doing them more than 2 times a year.
I was gonna say, when you start coming to Ohio, it's gonna move to 2 to 4 to 4 to 6. So we're gonna have to figure something out.
Listen, and I think my thing is this, what kind of keeps me in like this little, not really shell, but more like, oh, well, it's going to get cold. People ain't going to come out in the winter. That's the voices in your head. That doubt, it could be because I'm in a new age bracket, but it was just some things I decided to change. And like I told you earlier about them cycles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to look up the definition of a cycle. And I was like, this is a repeated thing. It's like a hamster on a wheel, right? You repeating the same thing over and over and over again, getting the same results. It's a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
You have positive cycles and you can have negative cycles, right? But them cycles, especially the negative ones, have to be broken. So I kind of see that for myself. I had to break some cycles.
Is being aware and noticing that you are partaking in a cycle, like just being aware.
Yes.
Like I think that's good to kind of share and have more people look at themselves and say, okay, maybe is this the reason why I'm not going to another level? I'm not elevating, doing the same thing. And so,
I talked to you last week about this platform. We're going to turn this thing around right now because I feel a shifting right now. The platform you have and what you're doing, I told you this is ointment to wounds for other people, not just women.
mm-hmm.
It's a lot of men that's hurting too, and I think sometimes we share on the sister side because we're nurturers, right? We're the ones that always are holding things up, right?
Mm-hmm.
We become mothers. Listen, we just get the job done, right?
Right.
But this platform that you have here, what gave you the drive and the perspective, the vision to do this for other people?
So flip the question on me now, huh?
Yes.
What gave me the drive is because this is